coming up on Carolina News. Tornado touchdowns. New information on the strength of the tornadoes that landed in the Midlands. See how the area is still dealing with the effects. Better late than never, the $1.5 billion Mega Millions jackpot was finally claimed by the South Carolina resident. Find out how some in Columbia would choose to spend that money. An elder's exercise, how a veteran reversed his diagnosis and now spends his time helping others.
In less than a few months, the doctor looked at me and literally wrote on a report that she'd never seen anyone recover like that.
From the University of South Carolina, your news, your sports, your weather. Carolina News begins now.
Hello and welcome to Carolina News. I'm Mills Hayes.
And I'm Darby Horn. Columbia residents are still cleaning up the damage from 3 tornadoes that landed in the Midlands on Sunday night. New information from the Columbia Weather Service showed just how much these tornadoes affected the Midlands. Our Matt Boombaka went to see these effects firsthand.
Today, you can still see it. You can still see the damages that the tornado had in the Midlands as several trees have fallen and ruined people's homes and power lines. The tornadoes that hit Sunday night reached 100-mile-per-hour winds, and the National Weather Service confirmed the storm as an EF1 tornado, causing serious damage on one specific road in Columbia, Saluda River Road. Overall, the city of Columbia did not experience severe damages from the tornado on Sunday night, but here on Saluda River Road, several houses were destroyed from trees falling on top of them and severe winds. One resident of Saluda River Road describes what happened in his home Sunday night.
Heard like winds, like loud whistles. We thought it was a train, so we just got in a fetal position.
Daniel Pugh knows Mother Nature is everything but predictable, but this storm was still surprising.
Like this never happened to this neighborhood, so everybody's shocked.
The tornado had a width of 150 yards and a length of close to 1.5 miles, but the majority of damages can be seen on one street. Brad Bradley, the owner of Bradley Insurance Company, has advice for people whose homes were damaged.
So I think, the most important thing is always be prepared. Your home is your single biggest asset, and so losing that can be catastrophic.
On Sunday night, not only were trees unrooted, but people's homes were too.
I just got finished cutting their yard like last week to get it ready for them to move in, and this happened. It's crazy.
For Carolina News, I'm Matt Boombaka.
The Saluda River Road community has begun the cleanup process, but there's still no telling how long it will be before the community fixes the damage caused by the tornado. New data in Alabama shows the tornadoes that hit the area late Sunday night might have been worse than originally thought. The National Weather Service in Birmingham upgraded one of the 4 tornadoes that landed in East Alabama to an EF4 tornado, which brought 170-mile-an-hour winds and a destruction path 24 miles long. Over 90 injuries have been reported, and the death toll is currently at 23, but tallies of dead and missing could still rise as search crews continue making their way into new areas amongst the cold temperatures.
And those cold temperatures are making their way through Alabama and the rest of the southeast, including here in South Carolina. Parts of the Midlands saw light snowfall early this morning as temperatures dropped to below freezing. The cold weather is expected to stay in the state for the next few days with a freeze warning in effect tonight. And now for an update on those cold temperatures. Let's send it out to our weatherman Chad, who's in the greenhouse.
Thanks, Darby. We've had plenty of rain and even some tornadoes over the past few days. The good news is we won't have anything that severe in the next coming week. Today it has gotten cold, but it's gotten warmer throughout the day. The temperatures are here to stay for the rest of the week, and most, you are going to want a jacket because it is getting cold. Back to you guys in the studio.
The city will appoint 3 new members tonight to the Columbia Housing Authority Board. The 3 openings on the board come after the resignations and retirement of board members following the 2 Benedict Allen court deaths from carbon monoxide. The council received 37 applications whose ages range from 24 to 88 years old, but ultimately the council believes their ideal appointee would have experience.
I want somebody that is not afraid to speak up. I want somebody with some sort of background in being a board member that is not a tentative board member, but an active board member that will get in and ask the right questions and do the.
With the new members, the board will be in charge of investigating the Housing Authority's independent investigation into Allen Benedict Court, as well as working to create new positions and policies to strengthen the organization.
A Blythewood High School teacher has been suspended at the state level by the Board of Education following a 2017 investigation of misconduct allegations with a minor. Kevin Smalls was placed on administrative leave by the school district and had his teaching license revoked, but he will not be charged by officers due to lack of credible evidence. 132 days later, South Carolina's newest millionaire finally came forward to claim their Mega Million jackpot, and it has some Carolinians wanting in on that luck. Our Heather Fordham went out to see what residents would do if they hit the jackpot.
Congratulations, you're a winner. With only 48 days remaining, the winner of the $1.5 billion Mega Millions jackpot has finally come forward.
I do get, worried, but I guess he was, or whoever is winning, the ticket, they must be planning for it, so taking their time.
The anonymous winner waited 132 days to hand in this claim form to win their $877.8 million prize, the largest jackpot a single player has won in U.S. history. Around Columbia, lottery tickets have become a more popular purchase since the winning ticket was purchased just 90 miles away at a KC Mart in Simpsonville, South Carolina.
Actually, since the Mega Million jackpot happened in South Carolina, it's been increasing, and people playing the Mega Million and Powerball more oftenly than before.
So I went around the capital city and asked, what would you do if you were the next lucky winner of the Mega Millions? Some had the same idea.
When I actually donate 50% of my money, because I know I don't need that much.
I'd probably donate half of them.
Probably give half away to some charity.
Some had other ideas.
Pay off my house and pay for my daughter's education.
Put a lot of money in savings and probably buy my mom a new house.
It's so much money I can't even think about it.
And with all that money, the South Carolina Education Lottery Commission says that the state will receive $61 million, and the KC Mart that sold the winning ticket will get $50,000 of the earnings.
I'm always going to play. Can't win if you don't play.
For Carolina News, I'm Heather Fordham.
The next drawing for 40 million Mega Millions jackpot will be tonight.
A Lexington County EMS employee has been charged with assaulting a child early Tuesday morning. Police say 44-year-old Scott Ludwig, a resident of West Columbia, is being charged with third-degree assault and battery. Ludwig was in the process of restraining a 7-year-old student at New Bridge Academy in West Columbia when he struck the student in response to being bitten. Ludwig turned himself in at the Lexington County Sheriff's Department and awaits a bond hearing. An Orangeburg County man is being accused of sexually assaulting his ex-girlfriend. 22-year-old Austin Lorick has been charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct and kidnapping. Orangeburg County sheriffs responded to a woman on February 25th who said she was the victim of sexual assault. The victim said the incident happened 2 days prior, but she was too afraid to call police. Bond was denied for Lorick, and he faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted or of either charge.
The Lexington County Sheriff's Department is searching for an unidentified man in connection to stolen merchandise from the Walmart on South Lake Drive. Authorities believe the suspect stole thousands of dollars in merchandise from the store. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 888-CRIME-SC or MidlandsCrimeStoppers.com. The Columbia Police Department is also looking for a man caught in surveillance photos during an armed robbery. The robbery occurred February 28th at the Family Dollar on Leesburg Road. The suspect is seen in the photos with gun in hand demanding money from the cashier. No one was injured during the incident. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 888-CRIME-SC or MidlandsCrimeStoppers.com.
And for students at the University of South Carolina, another recent robbery is hitting closer to home. Our Abby Aronson visited the home of a few students who are looking for answers.
In the heart of the University of South Carolina's campus, 4 attempted break-ins since August of 2018 to the same duplex on Pickens Street.
He's been through pretty much every room in our house one time or another, so it's definitely extremely unsettling that that happened so close to the school.
I sat down with Jack Nealon, a student at USC who lives here and who has caught most of the attempts on their next-door neighbor's Ring doorbell camera. The guys who live here think that it's the same person repeatedly coming back, but Columbia police say that they aren't the same, since one of the suspects who has been identified was locked up during a prior attempt last year.
Even though the guys have taken additional safety measures by adding a security system and a video recording doorbell, every single time a suspect has tried to break in, they've tried to enter through this front door right here. But after being unsuccessful, they've tried to move over to the side window where they've actually been able to get in.
And once he finds his way in, he's stealing anything and everything.
I've lost Xboxes, speakers, money, just kind of pretty much everything, phone chargers, anything they see laying around.
After 4 break-ins in the span of 8 months, Nealon has taken the investigation into his own hands.
Because whoever has my Xbox right now, we can see, we've talked to him through Xbox chat. It's like some 9th grader.
And the intruder will make himself at home and stay for a while.
He was here for an hour the last time that he robbed us. He just doesn't really care. That's the theme, time after time. He's clearly a pro at this. He kind of knows what he's doing, but I just can't believe he hasn't been caught at this point.
For Carolina News, I'm Abby Aronson.
Columbia police urge students to be extra careful by making sure to lock all doors and windows at night and keeping all valuables out of plain sight in their cars.
For customers of SC&G, be on the lookout for a phone scam demanding money out of your pocket. The company says scammers are calling to get money from customers by telling them their light bills are past due. The utility company stated that they would never call to threaten customers and demand money from them. If you receive a suspicious call, SC&G asks that you hang up and call the company directly with the number on your light bill.
A Sumter County man has pled guilty in multiple cases of insurance fraud. Gregory Vaughn pled guilty to 5 counts of presenting false claims for insurance at a value more than $10,000. Police say Vaughn staged 8 incidents across the Midlands, and the insurance companies involved should receive a payout of $174,000 from the fraudulent claims.
And one teenager in the Midlands made history this week after taking a step on the mound. Lexi Piddlecow became the first girl to start and play baseball for a boys' high school program in the Midlands. She took the mound for the Lugoff Elgin High School B team in their first home game of the year. The freshman follows in the footsteps of Anna Kimbrell, who was the first woman to play varsity in American Legion baseball in the state of South Carolina. Piddlecow loves the game of baseball, but doesn't see being a part of history as such a big deal.
I just handle it like I play. I mean, I don't really think of it like as I'm a girl. I just play. I don't really think about it at all.
Piddlecow leaves for Texas on Thursday for the MLB Grit program, where she will compete with 65 other girls in a tournament hosted by the Texas Rangers, the MLB and USA Baseball.
Coming up next on Carolina News, Jeremy Rivera has more on a national call for empathy to help some behind bars receive reduced sentences.